It's been 25 years since this vehicle came out. This is the 1993 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and we're gonna do something really interesting with it. This is a modified version of it for the Easter Jeep Safari for 2017. And coming up next, well, Roman, you tell them the rest.
Yeah, coming up next, you know, like we like to do old versus new. Well, this is going to be called concept versus new. And I've got the brand new Grand Cherokee, and let's take both of them for a ride and compare them. What do you say, Nathan?
All right, let's get on it.
All right, John, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, John, where are we going? You're going to be telling us where to go.
We're going to exit to the left over here, go down by the gate.
Yep. All right, Mark, we're standing in front of the Grand.
Grand One.
Grand One, that's
Yeah.
right, the Grand One. Tell me about the vehicle.
Well, why we did it even is 2017 is, of course, everybody knows this, 25 years of Grand Cherokee. So we grabbed one, found it on Craigslist. I don't even know where it was. Just had to find a nice clean one. Had to be a 93 and had to be a V8. Why a 93? 8-slot grill.
And so what'd you do with it?
We added Dana 44 axles to it with lockers. We stretched the wheelbase about 3 inches. We moved the front wheel forward 2 and moved the rear wheel rearward 1 inch just to get out of not having to do the door. And it's just a better proportion. We also cut the wheel openings up a little bit, so we did just a minimal, so a 2-inch lift. Usually you have to jack these things way up to put a 35 on.
Nathan,
This takes me back.
it smells like 1993.
Well, that's me. I like to wear old colognes. I'm wearing high karate today.
So this original Grand Cherokee, the first generation, the word is don't buy it unless you get the 93 because the transmission goes out on them.
Yeah, that's one of the issues, although by now most of them have been replaced and upgraded.
And you know, the other thing about this Grand Cherokee is just how small it is, right? I mean, it's like the size of a Cherokee now.
Yeah, actually they were saying that if you put it up next to the new Compass would either match its dimensions or be bigger.
Hey, Tommy's hopping in too.
Hey, T-Bone.
Hey.
All right.
I like what they've done to it. I love this,
Tartan finish.
yeah, it's kind of a tartan finish. I love the fact that we got big, beefy wheels.
Yeah, I like the look of them too. It's you know, they had some fun with this, and it should be acknowledged that the Grand Cherokee has been around for 25 years.
So Nathan, what do you think?
Well,
25 years. Separate this one from the Grand One.
I mean, what a difference, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is a 4-wheel independent suspension. This is a larger, the entire thing is much bigger. It feels like you're sitting inside of a Cadillac by comparison.
Yeah, and then we've got air suspension. We've got
I have my cooled seat on right now.
you got your cool seat on.
It was quite nice.
We've got the Trailhawk edition, which is the most off-road worthy one. This is just going to eat this off-road, and we don't have wheels that are rubbing. How nice is that?
Yeah, but that's not fair. I mean, you know, honestly, with these prototypes, we've had a lot of rubbing in the past. This vehicle represents really the top of the food chain when it comes to off-road Grand Cherokees. There's a new one, and it is the new Trackhawk.
Yeah.
It's a completely different animal.
Yeah.
But as an off-road vehicle goes, this is one of the most comfortable. This is very capable. We've taken these off-road before, and we've had a lot of success with them. And part of it has to do with the 4-wheel drive system, part of it has to do with the tires, part of it has to do with the suspension setup, which all of those are far more advanced than the vehicle we just drove.
Want to see a secret?
Yeah, I'd love to see a secret.
Because you know, you get out on the trail,
Right.
and you got to do trail maintenance. There's breakdowns and stuff, and like if, say, the blinkers fail, you gotta fill them with blinker fluid.
Oh, there's a lot of blinker fluid in there.
Yeah, kind of fun thing.
You know, now that we know about this, when we take it for a ride, we may have to refill the blinkers, Mark.
Yeah, or whatever that is. I don't know what that is in there.
Yeah, it's some kind of blinker fluid.
Kind of cool.
Now, did you notice the blinker fluid?
That's awesome.
I don't think we'll be having any blinker fluid, but
No blinker fluid today.
yeah. And it actually rides pretty well.
Yeah, you're hearing a lot of noise, and that's just kind of typical. It's cool. I don't know what this 51 means.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either. That's a Jeep
51
thing.
years of Jeep?
51 years at Moab.
Oh. Don't, no, leave the phone alone.
I want the phone. I want to make a phone call.
They,
Take it from underneath.
Oh,
there we go. Gotcha. Boy,
Hello?
that is definitely the 80s.
hello. Oh, it's for you, Nathan.
Yeah.
It's Madonna. She says,
I'd rather Susie Sue.
she says she's like a virgin, but no longer.
Oh, because she was touched for the very first time.
Exactly. This year's TFL Easter Jeep Safari videos are brought to you by our friends at Black Forest, the off-road gear from Webasto. Why? Because they make cool things like this. Check it out, the Black Forest Throwback Top. How cool is that? If you want one of them, check it out at blackforestgear.com. So that one is cool. This one is comfortable. Is that fair?
That's fair. You know, I could totally see like a family where one of the parents would own one of these, and then they would push for their kids to get their hands on the Grand Cherokee, old one.
Yeah.
That's a great first car, especially for people who like to wrench. Yeah.
By the way, if you guys are seeing Tommy hop in and out of here, it's because he's our videographer, so we're all doing this on the fly. If it were my money, I get this one all day long.
Oh, well, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing, I mean, we've driven these things everywhere, and they've proven to be really, really comfortable, capable rides. One thing I really like about the new Grand Cherokee is the fact that anybody can drive this thing on a daily basis, and it's just like a car. Yet you really, truly can take it off-road, and I like that. I think it kind of cuts a swath through the path of all the other vehicles out there that supposedly compete with it. You're not going to be able to take an awful lot of crossovers off-road like you can with this.
Yeah, and the other cool thing about this, of course, is it's got a modern traction control system.
Very modern.
With stability control. So it's sensing what wheels are spinning, which wheels have traction. It's setting power to the ones that do, braking the ones that don't. I just felt it going up over that little hill.
Yep.
You know, you feel so much more confident.
And it has a true low gear. It has a low range transfer case.
We redid the seats, but very much in the same theme. We updated the plastics with paint. The steering wheel is actually JK steering wheel, only because the Kleenex box airbag steering wheel was just so beat up, we couldn't refresh that. Has a cassette deck player, and the sills are cool because we took the original thin sheet metal sill and replaced it. That's a thick bent steel piece. Yeah.
Was this a hard sell to your bosses? I mean, you have to justify these builds, right?
There's an interesting thing that goes on when we show these, and we show them to like Mike Manley beforehand, because that's where the money comes from.
Sure.
And he kind of gauges by how excited we get about the project. So we put them up and say, you know, this one could be this car, all these proposals. And we got to this, and Chris and I were both like, we really want to do this. And he just looks at us and the eyes go, yeah, do it. So
yeah, because I mean,
but it went really well.
Yeah.
People love it.
Yeah, when you look at it, it's an old Jeep, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the rub is that it could be an old used car, but you have to look harder.
He just looks for the passion. If we get behind it, he's all in.
Here's a trivia question for all you guys out there. What famous Modern Family star had this in its previous show?
I'm not going to say anything, but I know the answer.
You know the answer?
Yeah, my wife's favorite show is Modern Family.
How about you, Tommy?
I have no idea.
You're too young. How about you, John?
I can't remember his name, but yeah, I remember the show.
It's Al Bundy,
Yep.
married with children. This was his vehicle.
Can you blame him?
No, I can't blame him. So we've got cooled seats, we've got modern traction control, we've got air suspension, we've got an engine and a transmission that are reliable,
Yeah.
but we don't have the cool factor.
Which is what?
How much is that worth?
What? Oh, the
Compared to the old Grand one, we don't have the cool factor.
Trackhawk is one. They have an anniversary edition of this thing from last year. I thought that was pretty cool.
You know, I love kind of doing these old versus new, because it really gives you a sense of how far we've come.
Well, especially jumping directly out of one right into the other, right?
Yeah, that's so unusual.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to do. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. As always, this is Roman
And Nathan.
saying thanks for watching, and we've got a lot more of these concept vehicles, prototypes basically. Well, they're concepts.
concepts.
Yeah, for you guys to watch. All you have to do is click over here and check out more. Which one should we put up there? What's your favorite?
Oh, well, come on.
Yeah.
It's Quicksand.
Quicksand, okay.
Yeah.
Check out here to watch Quicksand.
There you
See you
go.
guys next time. Ciao.
Bye.